Hi, guys. Welcome, everyone, to Daily Tips with Monica. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you come in. Make sure if you want to share me out, share me out, share me out to all different platforms. Um, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about things to remember when you're having a bad day. Um, Everyone has a bad day. Is no one is exempt. I'm gonna be honest. No one is exempt from having a bad day. Um, but you have to know even the hardest days contains lessons that will help you become a better person. Even if you're having a bad day, it can feel like things don't get better, but you have to know that tomorrow is a new day and a new um So here are some tips, guys, that you can consider when you are having a bad day. The first thing is no one, no, I'm sorry, let me take that back. No one promised that life would be perfect. And what that being said is, this is a quote: if you are looking for perfection, you will never be content. So don't look for perfection in your life. Don't condition your happiness on meeting every expectation you set for yourself. You have to set goals setting goals is the key to basically your life. Um, that's the only way for the life you want. And however, if you're having a bad day, you know, meeting your goals for the day may seem unattainable and challenges may be more uh, enormous. So you have to know goals are not met overnight. And it's okay and it's good to have ambitions, but you'll never be perfect. It's okay to have ambitions, but you just know things will never be perfect. Hey, Philly girl, good morning, Bacon with Charlayne. Um, Excuse me, guys. The kids just waking up, so if you hear them in the background, like I always tell you, I have kids, and hey, so um, so as I was stating, guys, it is good to have ambitions, but you'll never be perfect. If you expect otherwise, your life will be full of disappointments. When you stumble on a goal you're trying to achieve, learn the lesson in it. If it offers a lesson, learn the lesson and then move forward. When you had a bad day, use the moments before you go to sleep to think about your goals and refocus your mind on what you want to attain the next day. So what this is saying here, guys, is no one promised that life will be perfect. So know that life is not perfect. Um, know that things gonna come up, and sometimes you just don't. You set these certain goals, and then for that day, and then you don't reach them. It's just the day just starts out bad. You can't do this, you can't do that, and then you just feel like everything has just went to hell. Just be real. And but you have to realize every day ain't gonna be perfect, but you just try your best to set goals for yourself so you can achieve them. If you don't achieve them that day, then do it the next day. Maybe it'll be accomplished the next day. Don't be so hard on yourself. when you're having a bad day. Like yesterday, I felt like I was having a bad day because when I started doing my live yesterday, it seems like the kids was in and out, other kids was in and out. I couldn't get my focus right, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is bad." And then my day just was off. When your day start being bad, it feels like Good Morning Smiles with Shane. You feel like your day is just going bad, but you have to realize, you know what? Um, Today doesn't have to be a perfect day. Just allow me a moment. I have to turn this down. I'm sorry, guys. I'm back. So, um, the next tip that I have is success doesn't happen overnight. So, this is a fruit from O'Lear. It says trees that are slow to grow bear the best fruit. So, don't kid yourself into thinking success will come fast. It will not. It isn't easy to be patient when you want it. When you want it so bad, it's so hard to be patient. But anything worth having is worth being patient for and working towards a goal. If you get frustrated, remind yourself why your goal is important. Now, I understand that waiting for good things to happen for you is very frustrating, especially when you want it. You want it so bad. You want it. You really want it. And having those kind of frustrations will cause you to have a bad day. If you are feeling impatient, just take a deep breath, collect your thoughts, meditate if you need, take a walk. This will help you slow your mind down and put you in your present moment, helping to remind you that where uh, that where are you going and where you're going. I'm sorry, where you're going. I'm sorry, I had said that wrong. But so just know that success doesn't happen overnight. So that means be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Know that yes, you want it. You want it. You want it so bad. You want to be successful so bad. You want to blow up so bad. And you see how successful you're going to be. But anything worth having. Hey, good morning, Valerie. Thank you for coming. Anything's worth having is being patient with yourself and working towards those goals. Because you're going to be successful. You just have to be patient with yourself. So you have to, if it's worth having and working hard for, then you will achieve it. But don't get frustrated like this ain't working, this ain't working. Then next thing you know, you get upset, you throw stuff, and you cause yourself to have a bad day because you want to achieve this and you feel like it's not going to work out. It will work out. All you have to do is just be patient with yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's some of my issues. Like I be wanting things to work. And me, I'm one of those people I try to force it to work. You can't force things to work. And I'm bad about that. I'm bad about trying to force things to work instead of just allowing it to organically work. And then I'll be at that level of success that I need to be. Sometimes, guys, sometimes, guys, we we want it, but we try to force ourselves to have it, and we can't be that way. We have to learn how to be patient with ourselves. We have to be patient with ourselves. Please be patient with yourself. You will be where you need to be. Success is not going to happen overnight. Know that success is not going to happen overnight. You will have to learn how to be patient with yourself. And like I said in that quote, it says, trees that are slow to grow bear the best fruit. So if you're growing slowly and you're growing organically and you're able to, you're seeing yourself achieve more and more goals, and then you'll bear the best fruit. So that means that you'll be the at the greatest level of success in your life. Hey, Justafonte, thank you. So know that success doesn't happen overnight, and that you need to be patient with yourself. Don't cause yourself to have a bad day because you're not at the level of success today that you want to be. Look at the present moment of what you have attained. Um, the third thing is there is a lesson in every struggle. Here is a quote by Haruki Murakami. It says, and once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through, how you managed to survive. But one thing is certain, when you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's what the storms is all about. So if you're having a bad day, try not to think about how terrible life is. And I know it's hard to do so because you're stressing but stressing won't make it easier and it won't make you feel any better. So what you have to do is you have to search for the lesson in your present struggle. And then you'll be able to make those positive changes that will prevent similar situations in the future to happen. So in order to do this, you have to be specific in what is causing you to have a bad day. Like, for example, you may find a boss that is kind of like controlling, say something that puts you in a bad mood. You can analyze that. Uh, are you happy at your job? Ask yourself, are you happy at your job when you're having a bad day and your boss come at you kind of like left because they're on your case and it's causing you to have a bad day? Ask yourself, are you happy at this job? Would you be happier elsewhere? Are you ready to move on to something new? So what you do is you use these lessons that you're learning that you're going through to guide you to these questions. So if you're having a bad day and someone is like just coming at you, coming at you, coming at you, and you just getting upset and more upset, just know, you know what? I'm not gonna allow it to affect my day. You have to say, I'm not gonna allow it to affect my day. And then you have to as well look at the lesson in it. Maybe you made a mistake and you were like, you know what? Maybe I made a mistake and maybe I need to go back and correct the mistake. Maybe this person doesn't appreciate the hard work that I put into my craft. So what you'll do is you ask yourself, like, do I really want to be here? Does this serve me purpose? Ask yourself, does it serve you purpose? Um, so don't focus on how terrible your life is. Know that some days you will struggle. You will struggle to achieve certain things. And sometimes you get stressed out and you feel like, you know what, this is just too stressful. I can't deal with it anymore. And hey Trisha, thank you for coming. Um, but does when you're stressing and you're upset, ask yourself, guys, does it make you feel any better? When you're stressed out and when you're upset, it don't make you feel better. Obviously, it actually makes you feel worse. I can attest to that. It does make you feel worse. And what we have to do, guys, we have to search for the lesson in that struggle that we're having on that day. So if something that's causing us to have a bad day, then we have to look into the lesson of it. And I understand, like, how can you look into a lesson when somebody is actually just coming for you and being disrespectful towards you, and um, I'm running bit late for work and it's causing me to have a bad day. So my boss got on my case. You may have to just get up a little bit earlier. So you won't you it's lessons in every situation. We just got to sit down and think about those lessons. The fourth thing is hard times help you appreciate the good. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, quote, this is a quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggle develops your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. So don't get sad if you're having a bad day. Um, because you may have failed at something, so it's hard to find a smile because you may have failed at something. But no, how else would you improve if you haven't failed? If you look at failure as a part of the process of you evolving into a more evolving your whatever you want to do, making you evolve, you'll be able to stay positive and pursue the goal for as long as it takes. So imagine your life having a life that is completely smooth, free of challenges, and without the joys of excitement of overcoming difficulties. Do you really think it will be all that interesting? So, um, what this is saying, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strength. So when you're going through things in life and you feel like you're having a bad day and you feel like you're a failure, don't feel like you're a failure. Know that you know what adversities do come up, but what I do when I'm in adversity, that what matters. If I push through, if I change the way that I approach it, I may need to go back and reassess and start something different. But I ain't gonna give up. I'm not going to I'm not going to surrender to hardship and just give up and just and not and not be hold on. So um I'm gonna lost my train of thought, guys. But what hard times with this saying hard times help you appreciate the good. So when you're going through hard times, guys, it seems like it's lasting forever. Especially when you're having a bad day. You just will say, you know what, I'm just gonna go to bed, sleep it off. But know that, hard times will help you appreciate those good things when they come up in life. So don't let those hard times make you feel like you're a failure. You're not a failure. You're just going through something. And when you're going through something, you have to work through it. So appreciate the good. When those good things happen, appreciate them. When the hard times happen, work through them. Because guess what? Guess what? Hard times don't last forever. That's what we need to learn. And I have to say that to myself too. Hard times don't last forever. They don't. Hard times do not last forever. We just have to work through those hard times and build our strength up to know that, you know what, I can get through this. I just have to push through and wake up each day with whatever challenge it was that was against me. I'm going to face those challenges and try to push through. So then when I get into my winning season, I am grateful. So the fifth thing is it's okay to cry. This is a quote by Elizabeth Gilbert. It says, "Do not apologize for crying. Without this emotion, we are only robots." So don't be afraid of crying, guys. It is not a sign of weakness, but rather a acceptable way of just letting go of those negative feelings. If you let those feelings build up without releasing those negative feelings, you'll have a harder time with dealing with them later. And I noticed, and this is true, men are more difficult to accept that it is okay to cry because the burdens of society has placed on them to be stoic. So that means that it's a sign of weakness for a man to cry. It's not a sign of weakness for a man to cry. To me that makes him more relatable. That makes him if us women don't just use it as a sign of weakness, because sometimes when we use that as a sign, like you weak because you cry, he's not weak because he cried. This makes him stronger. That makes him kind of like different because he's not all hard up. You let him know that he's a little soft spoken, and it's okay for a man to cry. However, when you allow your emotions to flow in order to avoid them taking control of you, is one of the bravest things one can do. So, y'all, it's okay to cry. And I'm always apologizing when I get to crying up here, but know that you don't have to apologize for your tears. It can be happy tears. It can be sad tears. It could be those stress relieving tears. Let me tell you something. After you've done had a hard day and it feel like it's getting worse and worse and worse, and you should start crying like, Lord, I'm tired of going through this. I'm tired. I don't know what's going on. And then when you cry, it's like a sense of release. It is like a sense of release. When people can't say that there is not a sense of release when you cry it out. And once you cry it out and you get over the tears, you feel better. And you're able to face whatever it is you need to face. And you're able to like I'm gonna be okay. And you say, you know what, this bad day is not going to stop me from doing whatever it is that I want to do. It's not gonna change my life. I'm just having a bad day. So if I cry it out, let me cry it out. It's not me crying is not hurting no one. That's what people may not understand. Crying doesn't hurt anyone. Ask yourself that. Does crying hurt anyone? No, it does not. Only thing crying soothes the soul. And I know that for sure. Crying soothes the soul. It makes you feel, all right, Philly girl, you have a wonderful day. Crying soothes the soul. So if you need to cry it out, cry it out. Don't be ashamed of crying. Don't let someone make you feel like you're weak for crying. And to the men, it's okay to cry if you need to cry. Don't feel like you have to be hard up because I'm gonna be honest, like my dad, I never seen my dad cry. And my dad, rest his soul, he was a hard working man. And he was like a chauvinist. I'm strong. I ain't gonna let nobody ever see me weak. Because they feel like it's a sign of weakness. It's been instilled in the men that that is a sign of weakness if they cry. I have never seen my dad cry, ever, because they feel like it's a sign of weakness. But it's okay to cry because crying is soothing for the soul. Yes, Shafonte, sometimes you need a good cry. You do. Do you know sometimes, like everybody always tell me that I'm a crybaby. But me, when I see someone I love cry, I cry with them. When I see someone that is crying because, you know what I'm saying, they know they have accomplished a goal and they have those tears of joy, I cry with them. Sometimes I like when I see my cousin them like I have cousins and stuff like that that has gotten married and I see them walk down the aisles. I ain't crying because of jealousy or anything like that. I'm crying because I'm happy for them and they have they have they are going to another part in their life that is going to cause happiness. So I would never, me myself, I would never consider crying as weakness. Really, to me, it's a sense of strength because after you get those feelings when you cry, when those it feel like you letting your frustrations and things like that go when you cry it out. Because after you cry it out, you feel better. So never judge someone or tell someone they are weak because they cry. And don't let a man feel. And let me tell you something. You have a man that may shed a few tears. Don't throw that in his face. Don't say don't try to make him feel weak or he's less of a man because he shedded tears or he's crying. He may need that. Instead of you looking at it as he's weak, embrace the moment. Embrace the moment. Be his strength. So um the the sixth thing is, guys, worry makes you suffer twice. So Corey Ten Boom, her um quote is, it says, worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrows. It empties today of its strengths. Don't worry about everything because it only makes things worse. And it is our human nature, guys, to, obsess with all the things that could go wrong with something. But this will result in a self-inflicted nightmare in our mind. So J.K. Rowling, he wrote that worrying means you suffer twice. So that means you suffer when you worry about the things that is coming and you don't even know. So you're fearful of what the things that are going to happen in the future. So you suffer once again when the thing that happens actually that you're worrying about actually happens. So know that worrying doesn't change anything. It will only keep you from having the joy from the present moment in which nothing bad has actually happened. So forget about those things you can't control. Be empowered to concentrate on the things that you can control and the things that can make you happy. And I know that it can be difficult to do, especially when you are having a bad day. But try to identify things in which you need to let go and things you can really change in this moment. So worry less. Don't worry yourself. Don't stress yourself out. Stop worrying about the things you cannot for in the future that may happen. Don't worry about it. Don't stress yourself out about things that you cannot change. Because if it actually happens, it happens. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna be honest. It ain't nothing you can do about it. If something happened, it happened. What you gonna do about it? But what you can do, if there's nothing going on right now, why are you worrying about what's going to happen on later on down the road? Stop worrying about those things that you're worried about later on down the road and focus on the now. In the present moment, nothing as bad as actually happening. Be happy about it. Don't worry yourself. And good morning, everyday life with the Kelly girls. Don't stress yourself out. And that's our thing. Like sometimes we worry. I'm one of those people, like something going on with my kids, I'd be like, Lord, I hope this and I hope that, or something happened at work, and I'd be like, Lord, I wonder what's gonna happen tomorrow, or something bad happened, and I'd be like, oh my God, I wonder what's gonna happen on down the road. But we got to stop worrying about what's gonna happen down the road. If nothing is happening now, just focus on the now. Focus on the present moment. Don't allow worrying cause you to have a bad day. because you're worrying over nothing. If so, why worry when nothing is happening? Because you make yourself suffer twice. And who wants to continue to suffer? So the seventh thing is no one life is a picturesque Aurelius. He says how much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only of what he does himself to make it just and holy. So, like guys, when we scroll through our social media, it is easy to falling into having a bad day when we see how great everybody else's lives is. But don't fall into that trap, honey. Don't feel like don't compare your life to someone else's life. Because one thing about this social media thing, guys, people will only show you what they want you to see. And that's those perfect moments. And then when combined, you make it look like their whole life is perfect. And that's crazy that people does that. But this is the truth when it comes to people in social media. It says you can't compare your life with someone on social media because it'll hit your self-esteem. So the more time you spend on social media, the more likely it is that your self-esteem will go down, which can lead to more and more bad days. So if you're having a bad day and you feel like somebody's life is so perfect, know that, like it says, people only will show you what they want you to see. They're not showing like some people, oh my God, some people get down and depressed. Oh my God. Wait. Um, some people you get down. Good morning, Shar. Thank you for coming. Um, some people get down and depressed because of how perfect someone make their life look on social media. Let me be real with you guys. Our lives ain't nobody life perfect. They can portray whatever they need to portray, but no one's life is perfect. No one's marriage is perfect. No one's relationship is perfect. Everybody have their ups and downs. But how you choose to work through those things is what matters. So don't compare your life to somebody else's life on social media. You don't know what's going on behind the scene. I know women, and I know them personally that say, "Oh my God, I love my husband. I love my perfect marriage, my perfect this, and my perfect that." But you know what? They struggling, and they're struggling to keep it together. They're struggling because their husband is cheating on them. It could be their husband is abusing them. It could be anything. So don't make yourself have a bad day trying to compare your life to somebody else's life on social media because it doesn't do good for your self-esteem. And some people are like, oh my God, she's so pretty. What makes her so pretty? I'm ugly. Let me tell you something. It could be some real beautiful people in this world. It is some real beautiful people. But they had like some women, they look so pretty, but they never post their children. And I ain't trying to shade nobody. But sometimes people they portray like, oh, I'm this beautiful person, but on the inside, they real nasty. They real full of mess. They real full of drama. So you can be pretty and be ugly on the inside. Don't let a pretty face. Let me tell you something. Don't let a pretty face on social media fool you. There's some people out here, guys, that have some real nasty attitudes. And that's real. They got some real evil ways. They got some very nasty ways, like trying to get over on people, trying to use people, trying to take advantage of people in their kindness. Connect yourself to some people that actually want to get to know you, not though these people right here, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever compare your life to somebody else because you never know what's going on behind the scenes. And that's real. I'm telling y'all, don't ever compare your life to somebody's life on social media because some people's life ain't perfect as they portray it to be. And so the eighth thing is, guys, there's always something to be grateful for. So Abraham Lincoln said, folks are usually about as happy as they make their minds up to be. So think of something that you are grateful for right now. It could just be about a cup of coffee, honey, that you just had this morning. A sweet puppy you go home to each and every night, a healthy set of eyes that you have. It's so easy, guys, to lose sight of those small things when we are upset. So let's challenge each other, guys, and try to break that trend of just always not of trying to look for the good in things. Be grateful for those small things. Let's try to work at being grateful for the small things. So know that no matter even if you're having a bad day, be grateful that you're still here living on this earth. That should be the number one thing we should be grateful for, that God allowed us to live to see another day. That is one thing we should always be grateful for. If we don't be grateful for nothing else that we have, and I'm telling anybody that, and so always be grateful to be able to have breath in your body, be in good health. You're not in a hospital. Thank God that we don't have COVID. There's been people in this world that has lost their life to COVID. They're living in the hospital right now with COVID. Thank God. Thank God that you're still in a great deal of health. You haven't let something that can attack your body that can actually kill you. God, you have not got that. So thank God for life. You can't thank God for anything else, and you can't be grateful for nothing else. Be grateful that God allowed you to live to see another day in a great deal of health. Because many people don't. Some people are laying in a hospital bed fighting for their life. So if you can't be grateful for anything else, be grateful for your life. Hey, Bumby Selby, thank you for coming. So the the so guys, those are the tips I have, but I'm gonna go ahead and recap because there's some people that came in the building. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, guys. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Um, I'm doing great, Mommy. How are you? Um, y'all, my kids, y'all know how mom life is. Excuse me, guys. I'm telling you, my children test my patience every day. I promise you. They test my patience every day. So they just starts. They starts on each other and Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Anyway, um, so what we talked about today, guys, is things to remember when you're having a bad day. The first thing is no one promised life will be perfect. So know that life is not perfect, and you're gonna have things that come up that you're gonna have to deal with. Every day ain't gonna be a good day. It's not gonna be a good day. It's not gonna be perfect, but just push through those bad days and and just be about, I guess, push through them and learn the lesson behind it. Like, what can I do for tomorrow in the present to make it better today? Know that tomorrow is a new day, though. Today may have been a bad day, but you don't have to carry this bad day into tomorrow. You can let go of that bad day and focus on tomorrow. And you can say, tomorrow, I profess that it's going to be a good day. That's what we're going to do. The second thing is success doesn't happen overnight. So know that success is not going to happen overnight. Don't stress yourself out. Don't make yourself have a bad day and get frustrated and all upset because how you doing something about Drea? Thank you for coming. How you doing something about Drea? Um, so you have to know success doesn't happen overnight. That means that if you want it, you got to water it. Plant the seed. You don't plant the seed. You don't plant the seed. Water it. Watch it grow. It's gonna take time to grow. And then you're gonna see the fruit. You're gonna get the fruit of all your labor. And it's gonna be good fruit. So if you take your time with it, not stress yourself out and try to force the situation. See, like I always tell you guys, sometimes I'm bad about trying to force the situation. It's just instead of just watering it and letting it grow. Don't add no fertilizer to it. Just let it just continuously to put things in it, good things in it. Continually to let it grow, and know that even though the success is not going to happen overnight, but what I am doing is I'm setting small goals to lead up to that big goal, and then I will achieve it. No, the third thing is there is a lesson in every struggle. There is a lesson. There is a lesson in every struggle. So know that storms do come up in your life that can cause you to have a bad day. And I'm gonna be real. We all done have if you haven't went through a storm is coming. It's always a storm. You know, some kind of storm is gonna happen in your life. But just know this. How do you weather the storm? How are you going to weather your storm? Are you going to let the storm just take over you and completely flatten your life? Or are you going to weather the storm? And that means that you're going to ride it out. And you're going to see what the lesson is in this storm. And you're going to thank God that, you know what, I didn't let it take over me. And I'm still and I'm gonna let this storm show what I need to do better the next time. So don't let a struggle cause you to quit. Don't let a struggle cause you to quit. Just weather the storm. Good morning, babies. Good morning, babies. Hope y'all having a good Sunday. So weather the storm sometimes, guys. It's okay to weather the storm. Some people feel like they can't weather the storm. Yes, you can. You got strength. You have the strength. The God gives you strength to push through those things. The storm in your life that's raging, sometimes you just have to get on your knees and pray and ask God to help you through those storms. It's okay, but weather the storm, and whatever lesson you get from it, learn from it, and let it help you grow. No, look. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. Y'all see some background noise. I'm sorry, guys. I'm telling you, the kids when they love attention. Oh Jesus, they really. The fourth thing is hard times help you appreciate the good. So when you're going through a hard time, guys, know that hard times doesn't last forever. It does not last forever. So when you're going through those hard times, just go through it. It's gonna be okay. And know that, and I'm gonna be honest, like when you're going through those hard times, it does make you sad. It does make stress you out, and it does make you feel like this will never end, Lord. Why I can't win? But know that when you're going through those hard times, it's God preparing you for better. So when you get to that better, you're going to appreciate it. And that's honest. I promise to God, like you're going to be so grateful that you went through those hard times because when the good happens, you're going to be like, thank you, Lord. And it's going to feel good. It's going to feel real good. So the fifth thing is it's okay to cry. Do not apologize for crying. Crying soothes the soul. So if you're having a bad day and you just want to cry, cry. Crying does not make you weak. Crying soothes the soul. And it really does. It helps you to release those negative feelings that you have. So it's okay to cry. And don't let nobody make you feel like you weak because you have cried or you crying because you are upset about something and disappointed about something. It's okay to cry. Like I said, if you don't cry, that means you haven't. If it's something that you need to deal with and you ain't cried about it, then that means that you can allow yourself to feel. And I'm gonna be honest, it's okay to feel. It's okay to release through crying. So learn how to deal with things. And the seventh thing is no one life is a picturesque as it looks. So don't compare your life to someone else. People can put things on social media to make it feel as though their life is so perfect, and it makes you, you know, you start feeling down in the dumps and start having a bad day because you're looking at someone else's life through social media. And like I said earlier, you're only seeing what they want you to see. They don't let you see the arguments. Well, some people do. Some people will bring they mess to social media. They will you yeah. Some people will bring they mess to social media. I ain't gonna lie, but some people don't. Some women they don't. Some people they don't bring their mess to. I mean their drama to social media. But what I'm saying is, don't compare your life to someone else's. Your life is just as great as someone else's life. And just because they're not showing everything that's going on in their life does not mean their life is so perfect. Ain't nobody's life perfect. Everybody struggles with things. Everyone struggles with things. I struggle with things. And I know some of y'all in this chat, y'all struggle with things. And let's be real. And sometimes it causes you to have a bad day. So don't ever feel bad and compare yourself to somebody's life that causes you to have low self-esteem or make you feel like things will never happen for you, because it will. Don't ever compare yourself to somebody else. You are who God made you. And I may have said that wrong, but you are who what God made you. Everybody ain't raised the same. And that's what I know. Hey, the McRae Kingz, thank you guys for coming. Um, Everyone is not raised the same. Everyone is not raised the same. And that's the sad part about it. Everybody try to compare their lives to somebody else, but everybody ain't raised the same, and everybody don't go through the same thing as you. And everybody don't have the same mindset as you. So don't compare your life to somebody else's because they make it look so good. When they could be struggling. They as well, I'm gonna be honest, like some people that, oh, I love my husband, oh, he's so great, he this and that. And some women, but she won't tell you the time that she had to go confront another woman about her man. She didn't have to tell you about the time that she had to fight her abusive husband off of her because he was manipulating her. He ain't talking about the times that he verbally attacked her. So don't ever compare your life to someone else's because ain't nobody life perfect. Everybody go through some stuff, even relationships, even just being a single person. You go through stuff. Don't ever think that, oh, my life is so perfect. Everybody life, people lives are so perfect. Ain't nobody life perfect. Everybody go through things. Everybody struggle through things. But it's just how you deal with them is what matters. So the last thing is, guys, is this the eighth thing is there always something to be grateful for. So you choose to be happy. I'm gonna say that. You make the choice to be happy. And that's right. Yeah, you're right. Something about Drill. You never know the next person's struggle. So, like I was telling you guys, be grateful for the small things in life. Be grateful for even if you're having a bad day. If you're having a bad day, appreciate the small things that happen that day. Like you're able to get up in this morning in your right mind. You're able to drink a cup of coffee or appreciate the little puppy in your life. You're able to just be grateful. Be grateful, even though it's hard to be grateful when you are actually just having a hard time and you feeling sad and you like this is the most jacked up day it ever been. I just want to go to sleep and do it all over again. But just know, just be grateful. Be grateful for your kids. Be grateful for having food to eat, water, lights. Be grateful. Even when it seems that, you may be having a hard day, you still able to come home and have a somewhere to go. Because many people don't have that. And they have a lot of bad days because they don't have nowhere to go. So always be grateful. And if you can't be, and like I told y'all earlier, if you can't be grateful for nothing else, be grateful for God allowing you to live to see another day. Because it's people in this world right now taking their last breath. And that's a harsh reality to face. It really is. So know that the next time you get upset about something, think of something that makes you happy. And then repeat this behavior over and over and over again. So if you get upset and you're having a bad day, think of those things that make you happy and let it become second nature to you. Your negative thoughts will never have power over you if you learn to not linger on it and just let those negative thoughts go and just let that bad day go. So always start with gratitude, and that means being grateful. So, excuse me. So, guys, those are the daily tips that I do have. Just know that everybody have a bad day. Is not immune from having a bad day. And when those bad days happen, man, just work through them. It's gonna be okay. Everyone is immune to having a bad day. And if you need to cry it out, Cry it out. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. Crying ain't never hurt nobody. And that's one thing I know for sure. Look, for sure, that crying does not hurt anybody. Oh, thank you, something about drill. Please come back. You know, I do these every day. Make sure you connect with me, and I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna connect back with you. I'm gonna write your name down so I can come support you. Um, and it's you as well, Bumby Selby. Um, so thank you guys once again for coming. Like I always tell you guys, in everyday life with the Kelly girls, you know I love y'all. Um, especially Izzy in her Bible studies. Keep it up, Izzy. So those are the tips I have. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have not already connected to the channel, I want you guys to make sure you are checking out my featured channel for the month. My featured channel for the month is um my featured channel for the month is Baking with Charlayne. I'm gonna drop her link. So make sure you guys are connecting with Baking with Charlayne. Uh, she makes great cakes, cookies, pies, everything. She is very talented. She needs her own bakery. But this is Baking with Charlayne link, guys. So make sure you guys are connected with Baking with Charlayne. And as well, guys, I want to give a shout out to the TBT squad. That is the Truth Be Told squad. That is the McRae Kingz. The McRae Kingz should. What time y'all going live, Joseph? I think y'all going live at 12. I mean, at 12 Eastern time, or you going live at 11:30 Eastern time. But the McRae Kingz, myself, and Blogs of Fiction, if you have not connected to these people, make sure you guys are connecting to them as well. Make sure everybody's links in my description box, guys. As well, please go check out my mom, BJ's Good News. Her link is in the description box as well. BJ's Good News is my mom, guys. She comes out with a video once a week, and she always got something positive to say as well. And you think I got some stories and I got some knowledge. The woman that raised me, the woman that birthed me, she got a lot to say. So make sure you guys are connecting to my mom, BJ's Good News. Um, I'm trying to see if the McRae Kingz are going live, so I want to make sure you guys. I'm just gonna drop their link. Um, yes, and won't send me nothing. Okay, so it's what. Look, basically, y'all stay too far apart, Joseph. Uh, but the McRae Kingz guys will be going live at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys are going over to the McRae Kingz and giving them support. Make sure you guys subscribe to them. I haven't talked to Blogs this morning, but Blogs, she'll be coming with some videos soon as well. I said Eastern time. I promise you, I said Eastern time. So make sure you guys are connecting to these people, guys. Make sure you guys are connecting to these people. And as well, guys, I am going to be doing a book review at the end of this month. So make sure you guys are um, looking forward to that. This is Sweet Gum. This is the book that we're going to read. Now, I did, for the new people, I have done some previous books. It's called Don't Let God Smell Your Panties and My Panties Clean. And I did do the interview with the author and writer, Tracy Allen. So if you guys want to go back and look at those book reviews and as well the interview with Tracy, make sure you guys are doing that. It was a great interview. The books are amazing. So on to another book. and it's called Sweet Gum. I am on the book cover, and the author name is Aretha Renee. So make sure you guys could get that book. It's going to be in the description box. So that's all that I do have, guys. I hope you guys have a happy Sunday and a happy Memorial Day weekday tomorrow, Labor Day tomorrow. And as I want to say, don't let anything or anyone steal your joy. If they didn't give it to you, they can't take it away. So y'all guys have a wonderful day.